Today's Sunday, March 29th. Coronavirus. This thing's taking over the world, and I thought it is about time I told you on day 3 of my self-isolation why myself and my roommate Mike returned from California. Literally 5 days ago is when I started getting a really nervous feeling inside. All the economy in California has started to shut down. There's no ride share. I used to drive Lyft out there. Food delivery service is still running at the cost of you interacting with people in some sort of close proximity, dropping off food and going from one location to the other. So the reason I wanted to make this video is just to express what I saw in Los Angeles, being there up until 3 days ago, and explain why I figured it was the best option to return back to Canada, where I grew up, versus staying in California and waiting out the virus down there. As of today, I was looking on Google, our massive source of wealth of information, and it looks like there are now over 5,000 cases of coronavirus down in Los Angeles, and the whole worldwide count is at 710,000. That's 750,000 people. A few days ago, the mayor of Los Angeles announced that he does not expect this to blow over anytime soon, as you can see in this little post right here. That's one of the things that got me really thinking nervously about it, the fact that Los Angeles is probably going to be shut down, so nobody's able to interact with each other. There's no films being filmed. There's no music, live music happening. So there was no reason for me to be in a city where there's so much risk with the virus spreading. The risk of being in a place where there's a higher population got me quite nervous. And I'm not really the kind of guy who gets nervous about things. Usually I'm very hopeful, I'm optimistic. For everybody around the world, wherever you're watching this from, I just did a little bit of Google searching, and the population of LA, as of what people could estimate right now, is about 3.8 million people. Now the population of where I've now returned to, which is in British Columbia, is estimated to be just over 40,000, and the closest city with an international airport, Kelowna, BC, has an estimated population of 217,000, according to our source Google again. So there's nothing that makes Los Angeles attractive at this stage of what's happening within the world. I can't remember how many weeks back Los Angeles declared that it's in a state of emergency, but the city is on self-isolation mode, just like everywhere else in the world. Toilet paper went out of stock. The stores are just mayhem. I mean, there's lineups outside of the Trader Joe's, which is their primary grocery store. Lines like for ages outside. People waiting to go in because they have to limit the occupancy of how many people are in there at a time. That's what it looked like a week ago when the city was declared to be 2 weeks ago, if my memory serves me right. It just didn't seem like a place that I wanted to be in. And in cities like that, Los Angeles is a city, it's very cutthroat from what I noticed. There are networks of people who care for one another, but it's a cutthroat city, and so there's not as much trying to help one another and sustain as a whole versus what it seems like I have known Canada to be growing up, which is to take care of the whole group and work as a pack. In a self-distancing manner, of course. Here's what this seems to mean for me. Usually I don't make these kinds of videos, though perhaps I will make a few more in the future. I think that everybody's opinion matters, and I want to express and share mine for the world to know. I don't know what this means in terms of me in Los Angeles. I don't see myself going back there during the long-term spread of this virus and the isolation of it. And I know there's so many different conspiracy theories out there, whether China meant to send it over to the US, or whether it is a biological weapon that got leaked, or a biological weapon that on purpose was released. One crazy idea or one crazy strand of thought that I did have is realizing that going into 2020, California was enforcing people to buy into healthcare to ensure that every single resident within the state of California, which has a population of over 39 million the last time I checked, which is more people in one state in America than Canada has as a population within its entirety as a country. So California going into 2020 ensured everybody has health care. A little bit particular. I don't know if that goes into play with any worldwide government, one world order conspiracy theories, but it does pique my curiosity. Back to what does this mean for me? I'm sticking this time out in Canada where I have a network and family here to stay close to. And what I would say to anybody, to you guys, if you are living somewhere else that is not your hometown, now may be a time to think about making a short-term or extended time back to your hometown, because you've got a different dynamic of the people that you know there. Will I return to LA? Of course I'll return for trips, but in this short time, no. And that could also mean, I don't know, that maybe I'll look into moving elsewhere when this whole thing blows over. I'm always a very explorative person, and this could be a nice time to regroup and visit the people that mean a lot to me, connect back with friends and family, and create as much as I can to put out. I hear an album coming out, perhaps in the brand that Mike and I have together, the Drip Generals. If you haven't heard of that, here's the link for our YouTube channel where we went to a couple of Logan Paul's events, snuck into the field, and we will be competing in the Challenger Games 2021 because I don't think they're happening this year. So today is day 3 of the isolation between Mike and I. It's been a nice haul. I'm posting videos on Instagram every day of the self-isolation. Yes, I will be putting a video up today. We've got a vlog coming out about our trips back from the US. We were very uncertain of whether we were going to make it over the border, and I'll just tell you right now, anybody that's traveling from the US into Canada, unless you're a resident, a citizen of Canada, they're not going to let you through the border. They'll send you back to your hometown. So the only reason we got over the border is because A, we weren't showing any symptoms of COVID-19, 2, because we have citizenship and residence. I would love to know how this whole thing is affecting you guys. I know a lot of people are out of work. Here's one more thing I wanted to say about why I wanted to get out of America short term. It seems like this is so uncertain that people keep having false hopes of the whole virus blowing over, of it being gone in a while. To end this video off, I'm not sure if and when I'll return to California permanently, though I will visit still. Please let me know how you guys are affected. What is this virus affecting you guys like around the world? What are you seeing? How are you staying healthy and using your self-isolation time? Are you binging Netflix? Are you self-improving and learning things? For creatives, musicians like myself, there's never been a better time to go live and perform for people because everybody's doing this. Everybody's looking for something to occupy their time. So with that being said, I'll probably put a couple of live videos on here. Thank you for letting me explain to you guys, and if you have any more questions, please give me. If you have questions about anything, comment down below as well. If you have certain songs you'd like covered, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Erik Chirkoff. That's me. Peace out, guys.